Week 1 to week 2, how much better can this offense be? How much better
Tons.
can y'all be, take a jump?
Yeah, tons. And usually that's when teams make that jump, from week 1, week 2. And just understanding, we left a lot of meat out there on the bone. You look at the game, and it was a tell. We've said around here, it was a tell of two halves, right? First half, started off slow on the first drive. After that, got it rolling, got some first down, scored, got some points. And in the second half, we weren't able to convert on third down, and that was the story for us. We weren't able to put that team away when we had the chance. Defense did a great job of it. But for us, it's about moving forward. One of the best third down teams we've been. So it's about getting back on track on that, converting those. And when you do, you get more plates, more chances at the plate, get more plays. And then that's when just the big plays come naturally in our offense. So we've got to convert those third downs and looking to do it this week.
From your experience against Dennis Allen and the Saints, what are the keys to succeeding on offense against them?
Yeah, as I just said, third downs. Understand they've got a multiple of personnel. They're going to give you a bunch of different looks with a bunch of different guys. For us, it's about communicating up front. Understand they're going to try to squeeze us from the line of scrimmage to the top of our routes, whether it's man or zone, that they understand that scheme. A lot of veterans there. So for us, it's about playing through that, being physical with them, converting those third downs, and we'll be able to just get more shots at it. And when we could do that, the success just rolls.
You've been criticized for not getting this team deeper in the playoffs. Derek Carr's been criticized for not making the playoffs enough with the teams he's had. How do you guys as quarterbacks keep getting back up on that proverbial horse and believing the next time is the breakthrough time?
I'm worried about beating Derek Carr right now, Derek Carr and the Saints. We'll worry about the playoffs when we get there, understand what's been done in the past. I get that. It's about being present. That's how I'm able to do that. Understand the guys that I have, the team that we have, and the focus that we have right now. And as I said, it's week by week, and that's what it is right now.
Dak, not only a 16-game win streak at home, but just when you look back at your whole career, such a good record at AT&T. What do you think is behind that? Also a good record on turf. What do you think are the factors that go into your success at home?
Obviously the crowd. You got to give credit to them. An electric environment. Us able to get out there, as you said, on turf, maybe faster surface. Just getting our playmakers the ball, allowing them to make plays, getting more plays at it. I know our tempo is better when we're at home than on the road, and that's natural. It's easier to get your personnel. It's easier to communicate. So all that's going to happen naturally, and just got to go get another one. Got to keep it rolling. I know the last time we were in there it wasn't a win, so it's about getting that taste out of our mouth and giving our home fans something good to cheer about this Sunday.
When you went back to watch the game, was there anything about just your and CD's rapport or anything that happened in the game that you wish would have been a little bit better?
Yeah, there's a few things. I think CD would say the same, but some things that we probably understood were going to come up when we haven't had the time that we had. Maybe it's me just not trusting a little bit at the top of my throw or whatever it is, or maybe I'm bleeding a little bit in a route. And some of those things are kind of natural. Some of those things we're going to always kind of fight with him just being as athletic and as talented as he is and wanting to go make the big play. But it's part of it. I'm glad we're able to do it in a win. And that's my point is when I said we left some meat on the bone is able to clean those things up at practice, talk about them, communicate them, and understand we just got to stay disciplined to one another.
I know it's another home game, but you're from the boot.
Yeah.
Is the Saints, is this a little more special? Because you know their fans are going to be here. I don't know if you got a lot of friends back home or Saints fans, Cowboy fans.
I didn't grow up a Saints fan, so it's a little more fun, I guess you can say. Obviously, after we'll get this win, being able to once again hold the bragging rights. I know I've had some friends reach out to me. I'll be there. I'll be in the end zone, and I've just kind of sent them an emoji and said, "Go Cowboys!" And they fired back with maybe "Who Dak?" and I wrote back "Who Dak?" So just good playful stuff back and forth. But it's an NFL game. It's a great team over there. Just looking to go do our job.
If Schoonmaker has to play more,
The finger.
If he has to play more this week, what's your confidence level in him and what his progress here in year two?
Yeah, a lot of confidence in him. I'm excited if he has to step up for him being able to just take on that responsibility, be a down in and down out tight end. And you look at the guy's size, you look at his athletic ability, he can make plays. And sometimes guys like that just need that opportunity and just get thrown into the fire a little bit more than they have. And so I'm excited for him, a lot of confidence in him. If it's his day when we get out there, I'll do my part in making sure that he has a good one.
You guys started 2-0 last year, but that was just the second time out of 8 seasons that you guys have gone 2-0 since you've been here. What makes it so hard to go 2-0, to win those first 2 games?
It's the NFL. It's hard to win every game. As I've said before, and I think everybody knows you don't win games on paper. So A lot of times maybe teams get too high off of their first win and think that they're better than they are. A good thing in us, understanding we've left a lot of meat on the bone and having the standards that we have in this locker room for our play, offense and defense. So it's about just going out there and building off of what we did last week, but particularly us on offense, cleaning up a lot of things and just getting better. And I think if we do that confidently. Defense obviously will play the complementary ball. We can do it again.
Yeah, you go against him in practice all the time. How smart of a cornerback is Trayvon?
Yeah, very smart. Thing about it is he's always talking too. He's always communicating with me, asking things about my drop, maybe why I looked him off, or always trying to get more knowledge. And sometimes I tell him, I may do this because I know I'm going against you. You know what I mean? Or this or that, where another quarterback may not do that. But super smart, understands concepts. He was a receiver, so understands stems, breaking points, the yards that those things want to happen, and then he trusts himself. And I think at the end of the day, when you play that position and you have the talent that he has, you have to trust yourself. And he does that, and that allows him to go make big plays.
You've had a serious injury before with Jake. He's pushing to play, but do you say anything to him about, hey, it's early in the season, or any advice to him? I know he's a big part of your game, obviously.
Yeah, our two injuries are completely different.
Right.
The guys. I joke with him more than anything. He's a physical guy. He's an aggressive guy. I can't say I'm not going to rush him back or urge him rushing back, but I'm going to urge him. But obviously, it's not my call. He's smart. He's a professional. If it was getting out there and he was gimpy, yeah, I'd put my 2 cents in not to, but. He understands himself and what he needs to do and the value of him to this team and the value of playing a whole healthy season.
Did he do anything today?
In week one, the Saints had 12 pressures from players that were playing off the ball. From a preparation standpoint, how do you prepare for pressure to be able to come from all different places?
Block it up, communicate with the guys, and make sure we're all on the same page. That includes the receivers, have hot responsibilities, and be confident in what I see. And I said just communicate and make sure all 11 know what we're trying to do and accomplish on a play, and when the ball snap, execute it.
How important is Zeke to that same point?
Huge. Zeke, all of the running backs, and like I just mentioned with the Hodge, the receivers are as well. They play a huge part in it. So watching tape on some teams and how they do things, it just puts an emphasis on us and the way that we've created that standard of all 11 being on the same page, everybody playing a part in the protection and what the pressure may be. And I think last week, honestly, the touchdown throw was an example of that. That wasn't about just me. That was about the offensive line. That was about the receivers. And there's actually a couple of more plays where we're able to get to different things. And it's because everybody understands the tough looks that teams are going to present us and how we need to attack them and option way to protect ourselves and option B of how to make them pay and score a touchdown and get them out of it.
Why have you been so good against the Blitz?
I think it just goes into that, getting all 11 on the same page, really. A lot of film study. I know Chase Hazlitt does a great job with the rest of the coaches and getting us our blitz plan, coming up with a plan for what these teams are doing, showing us the problematic looks. And then, as I said, it's about me watching the film and just being confident in what I see and getting all 11 on the same page and trusting the guys are going to do their job, and they do.
Yeah, Coach McCarthy was saying that he'd be comfortable from Brandon from 70 yards. How crazy is it to think that?
I give him 75, especially indoor. It's crazy. It's a blessing, not anything I take for granted. Me, I want to take a little bit off his pressure and score touchdowns, or off his plate and score touchdowns. Rest his leg a little bit, let him just kick some of those easy PATs, and we've got to do our part in resting. But I know if we need him, and he's gonna step up and make the play. Isn't that right, EK?
Dak, Tyler, the last question. Tyler Guyton said that he felt he played poorly in week one.
Man.
When a rookie is rating himself at that scale, how do you kind of communicate with him to make sure that he understands, what he was up against and everything like that too?
Yeah, when you've got a guy like that who has the standard and the expectations for himself, he didn't play poorly. He may not have played to his expectations, and that's awesome to hear. But it's about just continuing to encourage him. There was times that maybe he got edged, or maybe Miles got his hands on me or hit me a little bit after the play. And Tyler, almost apologizing in a sense. And, hey, bro, don't worry about it. Ball got out. Just move on to the next play. So for me, it's about just telling him to continue to move on. He's growing in each rep. He understands that, and he's going to be a hell of a player, especially he just keeps those expectations and is tough on himself like that. He's going to be a hell of a player.